Welcome back to Superbly Said Advanced English Vocabulary and Phrases.
Yeah, and just a quick note, this is a SpeakDuo lesson for you advanced English learners out there.
Exactly. And you can actually go to SpeakDuo.com right now to meet new people from around the world who are practicing English on video calls, to become more confident with their speaking abilities.
Highly recommended. So today our mission is mastering 8 advanced idioms, comparing their nuances and applying them to professional and IELTS-style contexts.
Right, let's jump in. So imagine your important project notes suddenly vanish from your desk. Do they just, fade away?
Well, fade away implies a gradual process. But if they vanish into thin air, it means they disappear without a single trace. It's sudden and absolute.
Oh, wow. Okay, so next, let's say there's a persistent, high-pitched server hum late at night. Is that just a bother?
A bother is a mild irritation. This server hum would drive you to distraction. It's a severe annoyance that makes you completely lose your patience.
That makes total sense. Now, what if a director suddenly requests a full system audit? Are we just caught off guard?
Being caught off guard is a bit more passive. In this case, you're caught on the hop, which means you are actively surprised when entirely unprepared. It's way more dynamic.
Right. And if you're forced to lead an advanced database architecture migration, are you just overwhelmed?
Well, overwhelmed usually means you have too much volume, like too many tasks. But being out of your depth means the task is completely beyond your actual skill or experience level.
Okay. So to survive an aggressive performance review about it, you need to buckle on armor. But wait, I have to ask, doesn't that sound a bit overly dramatic for an office or an IELTS test? Why not just say brace yourself?
Oh, not at all. Brace yourself is just passive expectation. Buckling on armor is active mental and emotional preparation. Using it shows advanced emotional nuance.
I see. And while waiting for that final project approval email, you're not just concerned, right?
Right. Concern is just mild worry. You would be worried stiff, which means you're dealing with paralyzing stress and fear.
Got it. Now, if a business partner consistently falsifies records, I'd probably call them a bad apple.
Careful there. A bad apple is someone who corrupts others. Someone who is inherently dishonest themselves is a bad lot.
A bad lot. Okay, finally, if you're explaining complex linguistic translation rules to beginners, is that just a learned skill?
No. A learned skill takes effort. If you have the knack, it's an effortless, natural talent.
Awesome. Okay, let's see if you listening at home have the knack. Time for a quick quiz. I'll read the options A, B, and C. Feel free to pause the podcast here if you need to think about the answer. Question 1, into thin air. A, pilots at high altitudes. B, a clerk drops a line. Or C, project notes on a desk.
The answer is C. Your project notes vanishing into thin air, just like our desk example.
Perfect. Question 2, drive to distraction. A, a broken server hum. B, driving instructor pads. Or C, a clerk buys mirrors. Pause here if you need a second.
It's A, that annoying broken server hum driving you to distraction.
Yep. Question 3, catch on the hop. A, an athlete jumping hurdles. B, a director's sudden audit. Or C, a traveler's tool chest. Feel free to pause the podcast here if you need to think about the answer.
Answer is B. That sudden director's audit catching the unprepared team on the hop.
Exactly. Question 4, out of your depth. A, database migrations. B, scuba divers. Or C, white balance. Go ahead and pause if you need to.
That's A. Leading that database migration when you lack skills means you're out of your depth.
Right. Question 5, buckle on armor. A, museum actors. B, a theater group. Or C, an aggressive performance review. Pause here to think.
It's C. You buckle on armor for mental prep before that aggressive review.
Awesome. Question 6, worried stiff. A, stand stiff at inspection. B, a project approval email. Or C, drop a red scarf. Feel free to pause the podcast here if you need to think about the answer.
Is B. Waiting for that project approval email leaves you worried stiff with paralyzing anxiety.
Question 7, a bad lot. A, a partner falsified records. B, a lot of bricks. Or C, a bunch of plot. Pause if you need a moment.
Answer is A. The dishonest associate who falsified records is a bad lot.
And lastly, question 8, have the knack. A, folding boxes equipment. B, linguistic translation rules. Or C, an amateur artist. Feel free to pause one last time.
And it's B. Explaining those linguistic translation rules effortlessly means you have the knack, that natural teaching talent.
Nailed it. So any final thoughts for our listeners?
Yeah, I want to leave you with a quick challenge. Look at your upcoming week. Which difficult meeting or IELTS practice session might require you to mentally buckle on armor before you walk in?
That's a great question to reflect on. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time.